There goes out to our elders.
Soul is a traveling man.
Yeah. Rough cut and Portland production, right?
Life journey, but only one will lead to your salvation. Life journey, I see these men straight from their way. Life journey, you serve your dreams, the money man can take them away.
Greetings, my people. Bless up, bless up. As you can see, I'm here again, back in your face, back on the TV. Yeah, another episode of Been There, Done That, where we highlight and glorify what artists them do and the contribution that them do and put towards reggae music or music in general. You see what I'm saying? That means that them dead because we said Been There, Done That, all them business wash up. We just honor them now while them is here and alive and kicking the sleep. But so said, so done. On this episode, we have another person who launches from the island of Jamaica and comes from the parish of Portland. You see, fruitful place. Yeah, place to feed the whole of Jamaica, you see. Same way I feed with music right around the world. But before we do too much talking, King I know.
Greetings, brother.
Greetings.
Rastafari. Celestia. Aye. Yeah, man.
Tell the people them who you is, where you come from. You know me, I rub up in the butt. I don't mean to tell them.
Greetings, family. Well, I am King Ainoa from Port Antonio, Jamaica, from this beautiful parish of Portland. Yes, and I do music, reggae music, original dancehall artists. Travel around the country and sound system like Taros International, Jack Ruby High Power, Black Culture, Black Gold. You know, the list goes on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on the roots and culture and lovers rock. That's my thing, you know.
Alright. So, through the platform, like what I said, these platforms to really highlight yourself.
Yes, sir.
You understand? Because there is so many platforms to highlight, like the artists, them, and where them do, where them come from. You know, like the road.
Yes.
Because in today, 90% of artists, well, we have a big percentage of artists confused with the road, where they're going, how to go about it, the way they conduct themselves, what they represent, what they're going to leave behind. You know? So it's like, it's speaking to ones like yourself where in the business for a while, I make the right farmer steps and deliver the right type of music. You know, and keep yourself pure to what you do.
Yes, sir.
So it's like, with that said, how you starting the music?
Well, music started with me. You know, so to speak, music chose me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there were once, upon a time, a virgin of mine was having an interview on a radio station and coming to the question, and the virgin, them asked the virgin about me, and the virgin said, music choose them, and and when I'm watching the interview, I'm saying, it's so true, because that's what I always say. Because just from early out, like 9 years old, we started write songs already, and sing songs. So we said music choose me, But anyway, it was like this. We left school and we have search. So we find Rastafari.
Yeah.
So we take to the hills, and we build a tabernacle at the hills and we plant the vineyard, and we play drum in the night and we have killed judgment fire. We chant. So we have DJ on the drum, and the Rasta brethren said, don't please, but I have. You kick it, man. Yeah, but I'm not like DJ them downtown Pantaros, the man that you get to go down there town. So one night, now we decided to have a take the mic to the town. So we went to the town, and there was a song called Blackboard was playing. But inside that session that night was the owner of the Taros International. The whole crew was there. The box lifter, the selector, everybody there, you know.
Yeah.
So my friend asked them to give me the mic, and this man said no. Only this DJ we employ should work on his own system.
Yeah.
So my virgin insists, you know, until he said, okay, you give me the mic. And when he give me the mic, we flatten the place tonight, and they never want to give back the DJ we employ the mic again. So
DJ losing work.
Yes. So the following day, you know, I'm in my bathroom, I shower, you know, and I hear my name a call. So I keep out, I'm looking to see the Chinaman and the selector, Derek Lee and Fanny, you know, who won Taros International.
Yeah.
They was asking for me, you know, deep black pint. I said, who got the same label for me? So I mix up, dry off fast and run out, man, and, you know, meet them, and them say, well, they was in the session last night, and they're very impressed, them like what them here, and they was looking for a resident DJ for the longest time, you know.
Yeah.
And now they find one.
They find one.
You understand?
Yeah,
So
I refine each other.
right, so to speak. So them say, well, from today, you know, they must sign to the Sound Taros International. And the honest truth is that we never even know that money and them things they're involved in the music.
What time period was this?
My God, it was like the 80s, you know. Like I think it was like 1951. So
All right. The same as the people, like I said to you, sorry for cutting you. The platform is, like I say, to carry you back along the journey and show you what some of you might not have heard, known, understood, had been part of, I didn't even think about. You know, so it's like some people would want to give up with music when they come across certain adversaries.
Right.
And go through certain things.
Yes.
Or them start to we have the social media time now, they will lash out, you know, and do things in a ill manner. Instead of them going on their rims, find back an angle. It's like a person telling them, say, yo, the tune are rubbish. What kind of voice in that? And you have to take out this and this piece not being there and where they're mad. Where no one wants to hear your song, it's not good. But you have to take it and say in your mind like, alright.
Criticism is not always negative. You know?
And that's exactly my point. You take it and you go away and you go in the lab and you come back and you present it to them again and say, hold this.
These things make you better, make you
know,
stronger.
we think about it now.
Yes.
And if it's still not good, you go away and come back again.
Go back to the drawing board again.
Yeah.
So it go. You understand?
But that's why, you know, sorry, continue. That's why they need these stories here. Because it make a person stronger in a musical.
Definitely, because it make me stronger, you see. Then, you know, we start work on Taros International now. But my kind of lyrics was like reflecting the day-to-day liberty of the people.
Yeah.
The people who will come from, the people who will live amongst me, see the plight of the people, and me see what's happening around me, the conscious of what I want, you know. And as a Rasta youth, I search, you know.
Yeah.
Me accumulate some knowledge with the normal common people persons, them
reach it.
Yeah. You find a lot of things about us is not in the curriculum introduced in there. You know, and Rasta educated themselves about these things. You know what I mean? So when all these learning, you know, and all these things, it made me kind of direct my music in a certain direction. You know, if you know where I come from.
Yeah, man.
You know, like me.
You start channeling music, you find an avenue for it.
Yes, you know, more so.
More than you do all type of music, you find out.
Right.
This is the
avenue one more to depend. You understand?
Yeah.
And with that being said, me sing about lovers because right now me you know, I'm a loving person. You understand? And me understand that man was originally created out of love. You know, your daddy meet a man and it's a union there out of, and you come out of this union of love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So me sing love songs though. But most of my songs is revolution, to be honest. And revolution don't mean just to shoot people and kill people, it means change.
Yeah.
You know, to change something to change. You know what I mean? And I feel it's my responsibility as a Rastafarian. Because you see, okay, I want to tell you something. One of the last songs I wrote is about the title Voice of the Voiceless.
Okay.
After Zion train with Louis Culture.
Yeah. We all get down there.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. But after that track, after that song, it's Vice and the Viceless.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have an opportunity, you know, we have a platform, you know.
Yeah. So
and
you are
we
speaking for the people that
who
don't have a
that
voice for
you
themselves.
understand?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I feel it's my responsibility, you know what I'm saying?
Which
So-
we like the title because it's self-explanatory. You know?
See?
You can't hear the title there and overlook it.
You understand?
You definitely know the room.
So, you know, and on the journey, you know, Taros International Sound System, I used to be the like I earlier explained, I used to be the resident DJ for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing about it, them have a label on
Yeah.
it, right? And them have various artists on them label, except King I Know. So, I was often, you know, always wondering why. So one day I asked the selector, Fanny, I said, Fanny, why are you guys recording other people and me are the resident, the main DJ on the sound when not record me?
Yeah.
So he said to me, well, we need to ask the boss. And me asked the boss, and the boss said, well, no, you are protest. So I said, what do you mean? But the people them love it, innit? Because when we come to the dance, let me dance, look, this beat down, French beat down, impetus and spirit flatten when we come. I mean, I wonder how. So he said to me, well, you know, recording, you know, different from dancer,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes we feel like a bull because you know, we debunk that, straight debunk that, because most of the artists in those days you hear in the sound system are them are the same artists here on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
At dancehall, most of the foundation artists them come from, you can't name them come.
Which is true.
You understand?
Yeah, which is true.
So, with that being said, we still continue on the journey and work for the sound system too. Them send a taxi for me come down on next dance. Because I'm most important man for the sound. You know?
Yeah.
So now, a virgin of mine who used to work in Wood Trials tell Jack Ruby about me. And Jack Ruby said, what? Them artists that me want, man. So Jack Ruby driving Benz, come look for me at Port Antonio one day. And said to me, you have a passport? And I said, yes. But before it get us up, me go visit Jack Ruby one day, right? It was a Wednesday. I remember clearly. It was a Wednesday. And it was like, I arrived in Watch Trials like 12:30, something like that.
It was when?
You mean the year?
Yeah.
It was like 1985.
All right.
And when I visit Jack Ruby said, put on a rhythm factor. In a broad daylight, you know, sun hot, you know. Jack Ruby said, put on a rhythm factor. And factor put on a rhythm. And me bless the place and DJ upon the rhythm and the place, the amount of people come in that day, like a dancer keep. And I could even do one song with about 10 songs that day. And Jack Ruby and Jack Ruby said me have a job. I work with Jack Ruby. So I have 2 sons I work with now, Taros International and Jack Ruby. But somehow the honest truth is that I'm more interested to work with Jack Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jack Ruby, Taros them I try to cramp me style.
Yeah, and Jack Ruby,
you know, and Jack Ruby built it at him and said, what this me want, what you have chop roots at that me want.
So it's like you want to let you go
right,
and
I'm the first producer of
restrain.
Burning Spear, remember, you know, this is the first producer of Burning Spear we're talking about here,
Yeah.
the legendary Jack Ruby, you know, right? So then, we start work with Jack Ruby, and one of the biggest moments on Jack Ruby I thought was Jack Ruby 23rd anniversary. That earned me a trip to Canada with Jack Ruby. That is when Jack Ruby come to look for me in Port Antonio, you know, and asked me if I have a passport. He said, yeah, he said, get it and come with me to Canada. So me, Jack Ruby, Fat Jar, the selector, President Brown, Chinawan, Oakleman, toured Canada, Montreal and Toronto. It was great. First experience, first time being in Jamaica. Yeah. It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the first time, fair tour with like the likes of Jack Ruby. For the first time.
You know?
That supposed to set you on a you know, like a, you put you up a notch. You
Yes,
understand?
man,
Where you're not seeing it from no little
You know?
regular producer.
No, man,
You're there with
big
the
old
producer. You see what I
The
mean?
producer of the time, you understand? Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's supposed to be an eye opener and you know, as to how they work and as to how you need to put yourself out there.
Right. And, it showed me that what I'm doing, I was doing the right thing, if you know what I mean. Yes. So,
They pay you good?
Jack Ruby,
Yeah.
if they pay me good, no. But, it's the money. Something you get bigger pay, bigger reward than the money,
Yes.
Because just by working with Jack Ruby at the time, so many sound systems wanted to
work. Yes.
work with me.
Yes.
So I was so busy. I was making money, man.
That's
back
the reason
then.
why I asked you if they paid you, because I wanted them to hear. Because majority of the time you speak to an artist, they want money first. They say, yeah, pay me for the up and ready.
You say,
Yeah, pay for the studio. Yeah, buy food and buy weed for me when I'm there. Yeah, line up. And you sit in your mind and say, alright, so if I'm gonna pay the 10 man on the rhythm, man, I'm gonna put out the rhythm that I mix and master the rhythm. When me I'll start make back, even the money with my layout.
right.
You understand what I mean?
it's-
So they're looking on it a bit different when the music's moved on in a sense. But I'm glad you said that, because the bigger reward is the workload that comes off the flip side
Right.
of doing something like
Right.
that. Because look, sometimes, sorry for cutting this, but sometimes what I say to people is, a man who said to me, "I need a dub plate for you, but the kind of money where he wants to offer me." I have to tell him, say, look, hear me out, look. Give me the money as a contribution. As you put in it. You just give me a joke, a contribution. Okay, can't pay me.
See, naturally.
The money where it all costs if you pay me, this it no coming in. It's like doing a show and they promote only have a certain amount of money. If you feel like me that like do the show, I will do the show. But the money doesn't meet the needs.
See,
Where I will tell the promoter, this is not pay. I'm not taking it as pay.
Yeah.
Because
You
this is
look
not
at it as a
pay.
contribution.
But yes, because generally if you take it as pay, the next time he call you, he won't give you the same much or even less.
That's the
Because he assumes that is your pay.
right.
You see what I'm
That's the
saying?
levels. Yeah.
So before me take anything, tell him say, yo brother, yo that I want you, yeah?
See.
I will leave it there, so.
Ah,
So no, next time if you need me, when he's talking pay, we have to talk something more relevant.
crap business.
Yeah.
So,
So no, yeah, so how the journey continue from there? Because your journey, no mine.
well, you see, as I say, the music business is very rough, tough. In so many years, I'm still there. I'm still surprised a lot of people too. Never sang me hard way to travel, where this highlight some of the things in the journey. You understand? Yes. Because a lot of artists who I know from back then, who used to work on the sound system with me, them not bother with it no more.
Yeah, don't give up.
Them give up on the journey.
Yeah.
But me is a man where I'm my spirit, I mean, it's a characteristic of me, and my character, where me just is a fighter. I'm not
You
give up.
seem like you're grabbing on the double barrel word from early music business.
Yeah.
But them only stuck on the music side.
You
I
know?
never get over on the business side.
Yes.
The truth to that, they say, right now, I'm not see how I can earn $1 out of this.
So then give up. I know that means there's a producer now. The king I know a record production going on. My plan is to bring out some young artists.
Yeah.
But just like you explained earlier on, with them don't understand the business.
No.
A man hear him song play one time and start make trouble
And
somebody.
start eat money.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
eat food,
yeah,
and yeah,
yeah,
eat food, I
yeah.
want to bring on radio.
Yeah,
I
and
know
doesn't
how much you
understand.
put out to make 1 for
Right.
5 singles. You
Right.
understand?
Right.
Plus, for record in the studio, maybe it costs $100 grand. Plus, we go promote it again, it's another whole different ball game again.
All different ball game.
You know?
You know.
So it's a thing with patience.
I mix, you
Overstanding.
pay to mix it come back,
See?
to like the mix. But
See?
and I saw them mix. So you go pay somebody else
Again.
to mix it again. And
Again.
yeah, they don't.
That's why I say we choose who we work with. We want to work with talented people.
Definitely.
But people with little intelligence and overstanding too.
A man
So
said to
that's
me
it.
one day, say, he only helps people that can help themselves. And I sit back and I said to myself, what am I talking about? If I help somebody will help themselves. That don't make sense.
But
And then you sit down and really think what the man is saying, no.
Yeah.
Say, you can't only help people, but can't help themselves. Because really, naturally, them don't need you. them want deal with
They
you.
want to start.
You see me trying to say, yeah, they
It's a
need
start.
what you have,
I mean,
they don't have.
See?
And the two I know, I tie the shoe effect.
see,
The two shoes tight.
see. Remember I said one and watch the other.
Yeah,
So something
and you know, it's the way he broke it down and
You know,
it's like I hear that many times, but it's the way him say it.
see,
I go home, go grumble to myself, and I said, how can I? And then I realize that I have to laugh to myself, because the realization licked me.
see.
You know what I mean? So yeah, well, I'll bring it to a Zion chain.
Alright, Zion Trail.
A
Yeah,
Zion chain is one big piece of work.
yeah,
Big body piece of
yeah,
work.
it is.
You know, the
It is
message,
indeed.
the production,
Yeah.
the craft, the artistry.
Give thanks so much.
It's a big piece of work, you know.
Give thanks.
And for who ain't seen it, Zion Chain, go look it up.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, King I Know and Louis Culture is on YouTube
Yes, sir.
for you to all see.
King I Know production.
You know what I mean? King I Know production, and it's an animation. Well,
Right.
partially animation.
Yes.
Yeah, it's animation,
It's animation.
and partially real footage, but
Yeah.
it's an animation,
Yeah,
like a
uh-huh.
very good animation at that. So
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
But what gave you the idea for that?
Even for the song Zion Trail.
Yeah. What gave you at that precise time, you know?
Okay.
Zion Train is something we know about, and you see what I mean? But what give you the idea for come with this right now at this particular time and draw them the lyrics them were in it, because how powerful lyrics in there.
Yes, you see, things like this, you know. I tell you earlier on that, you know, music choose me, I choose it. When I say that, we wake up and we get a song. We never plan. But we hear a song, we hear a melody and we hear words. And probably subconsciously, you know, we want to honor all these who fought and died for us.
Yeah,
I believe respect really due to these folks, you know.
definitely, man.
So much, and not a lot of people
They're
not
not getting
highlighting
enough.
these people today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they're not getting enough.
So I was always wanted to honor these people, you know, and to highlight them, you know.
Yes.
You know, what these people have done for us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know. So Zion Train, you know, all my songs, you know, is message. But this one particular, Zion Train, I decided I wanted to highlight some of these greats. Some of them people never heard of them. You know what I mean?
Which is true.
You know, so it make people to make their research.
Yeah.
You know?
Give them social awareness.
Right, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
You know, and I tell you what it come about. You know, I was in Europe, you know, just watch, you know, a documentary about Africa, you know. I think it was about Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana. You know,
Yeah.
and you know, lie down and want to sleep, and we can't sleep. My mind just a race over the place. And then I hear this thing, Zion train is rolling, Zion train is rolling, Zion train keep rolling, na na na. We just hear it in my head. I'm saying, you know, say, I go, if I don't tape this thing tonight on my phone, when I wake up in the morning, probably I forget.
You probably
So I
forget
get up
it,
and
yeah.
go in on my diary, so I don't want to disturb the people who are sleeping and sing it on my phone. You know? And the funny thing about it, the next day, we hear everything, we have the song already. We have the song from top to bottom. And we hear Louis Culture on it. We just hear something, some voice tell me say you need Louis Culture on this track. You know? I say that mistake, you know. And me come to Jamaica and me link Louis. And call Louis Culture. I'm also happy for you because I started a long time in the room. I said, well, okay, yeah. I said, Louis, you have an idea, you know, with a track, you know. Zion Train. I said, send it come. And I send it up to Louis, you know. And you know, I say, before the day done, Louis linked the back. I said, King, me have a little punchline after the song, you know. And I said, let me hear it. And the man, when me hear with the man off, I said, whoa. That you see in history, that you know nothing miss me, but let me got me victory. Whole gangali riding, and that Zion train. But like, hey, me I tell you, it's so nice. You put him hard night, you know, you hear it too, you know. And the following day, you know, it should have just stood up.
Yeah.
And that was it, the rest is history. You know what I mean?
It's a good piece of work, man. Like when I said to you, that work where like Ninja Man living for a free food ticket is something where It can't steal, it can't hold,
You see?
it can't. This is what I'm saying, generation upon top of generation can listen to that and take the exact message where you need.
Aye. And the second verse, I was talking about the persecution of Rastafari.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some put devils on the line,
Yeah.
and stop Rastafari, but nothing stopped us this time.
Mm-hmm.
Them just trim this Rasta lady.
Yep,
You
Inca.
know, Inca, right?
Yeah.
Inca, right? And all them things I go through my mind too, you know. And then, you know, in 1963, again, when them say to trim Rasta and
Yeah.
kill Rasta
and
and
start
Rasta
find
and
Rasta and a chill
you know,
them and I do all kind of
you know.
something to them.
So naturally I like the movements too, because to me, these folks on that train, what I talked about, these folks were the voice of the voiceless. And then for me, Rastafari become that voice
Mm-hmm.
after these folks.
Yeah.
Because no one is talking about our history, which has been deleted from world history.
Yeah.
You understand?
Because
No one is talking about
the genocide.
you know, what happened, what go down with us. You know, and no one is trying to, you know, instill self-confidence in the youths, because this is what lacking today, you know. You know, the self-confidence. You know, if they would teach us about us and the great achievement and contribution we have made to civilization,
Mm-hmm.
then we will tend to respect ourselves and respect the folks who look like us more, you know.
Of course.
And by doing that, you will respect others too.
Yeah.
Because charity begins at home.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm going to sing a song, I have to sing about what I see happening around me. I couldn't sing about England, I'm not in England.
Mm-hmm.
If you get where I come from.
No, we get
You
more
know?
of us than we are come from
You see?
completely.
But then I'm going to sing about England too, you know, because I'm going to study about England
Yes.
too. And
So
England
you
is a
have,
part of the world.
so from
You know
the
what I'm
time
saying?
your knowledge,
You know?
from you acquire the knowledge of what going on in England, you have reason to speak on England.
Right,
You're
exactly.
only going to speak about content of what you really know about. Yeah.
Naturally.
More than going to put yourself in one arena that, and you don't know about that arena, which is right.
That's why I say
You
I would
know?
have to study about that. Then
Definitely.
I would take it there. You know what I
And this
mean?
is why I say a lot of the youth them need to rewind, because
You know?
a lot of them do reggae music and they don't even understand what reggae is.
Yeah.
Them don't even understand that 5-letter word music and what it mean and what it stand for and what it signify. You see what I'm saying?
You know.
They don't see the message them behind music. Them don't understand the trail they leave behind. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. I've made certain
None of us,
songs in
none
my
of us.
career that
None of us.
I wish people couldn't see online,
You know?
because it's a derogative message to what I'm pushing now.
Oh, well, there's a different
You
thing.
see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, because from day one,
Mm.
I never falter.
And that's the
You
thing.
know, I mean,
I
this
can't
trend,
say
you
I
understand?
didn't. You understand what I'm
Understand?
trying to say?
Yeah.
Because when I listen to it, like to someone on music, don't get me wrong, there's always message in there. But then some things what is in there is not needed in there. If you understand, if you understand what I
Of
mean.
course, we evolve, you know.
You know?
We
Like,
evolve. You
because,
know?
because looking at how people take on things today,
You see?
some of the message them that's in there, they're gonna take the wrong way. Because them absorb things the wrong way. Instead of understanding, so you just explain something and I say, yo, we do this, you know, we do this, you know, but it's never did good, you know.
You see?
They might take it as, yo, you know, yo, him say that
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Him did have one rare and go for a road with
and-
zoom
yeah,
zoom
and
and
confess,
right.
and-
So
See?
it's that. So that's what I meant in that respect. Because if people go back and looking at my history, the whole of my history may have a message. I mean, I always stay upon the road there, you know. But yeah. So what is the next? What is next?
Fucking I know right now.
Yeah.
Well, musically speaking, right, I'm working on an EP
Mhm.
right now, yeah. Contains 7 tracks. You know?
Okay.
And Zion Train is the first track release
Right.
from that
From
EP.
that EP.
And the second track I'm planning to release is
Mhm.
Voice After Voiceless.
Okay.
Like I just explained
Like you
earlier.
said, yeah.
Right. The people on the train, they were Voice After Voiceless.
So it's like the continuation to Zion Train.
Right.
After they get on the train.
Right, right. This is the Voice After Voice. And
Yeah.
then after that now, we're going to have a party. A ganja party.
Okay.
Understand? Yes. And to
So
highlight the
interesting.
importance of marijuana.
It sounds
You
interesting.
understand? Its potential, I mean, in the economic field.
Definitely.
You know? Because when
It's
people
a
talk
topic of
marijuana, you know,
Jamaica here right now.
but them say a long time.
You know, because
Long
we've been
time
excluded from the world
Understand?
trade in regards to ganja, and we have the best trade.
Okay.
So
and you travel.
It's a big
and
topic. Yeah.
I see what's happening in Switzerland. There's a place called Hemfland. When I drive on the highway, you see the sign come across the highway.
Yeah.
Hemfland.
Yeah.
And when I drive inside there and look, you see the amount of people inside there.
Yeah.
And the one guy at the front at the gate. You know,
I see that when I was in Basel and we went for the drive.
right?
Yeah.
The product, the different type of products, the soap, the shampoo, you know.
That's what we're supposed
the
to be
medicine,
doing.
the cloth,
You know,
you name it.
exactly what
You
we're
know,
supposed to be
the
doing.
rope,
Because
the product
everything has
from marijuana.
its own. You know, none of the marijuana need to waste. None of it. The drop leave nothing.
But
no
is it only tree, you know, is it only plant where which you can use for everything? For food, for medicine, for clothing, for shoes, for shelter, for everything. Literally.
Literally, yeah.
And there was a time, you know, in the late 19th century, marijuana used to be legalized. This is a fact. Marijuana in the late 19th century, that one used to legalize. Yeah. And if it was a farmer in the United States of America, yeah, and you don't plant marijuana at that time, you don't get the benefits you should get it. So just to show the necessity of marijuana.
Right, medicine.
Right. So most people don't know these things.
Paracetamol and ibuprofen and all these things. Yeah.
You understand?
Hair products with hemp and
Yes, man.
it's responsible for a lot of things. A lot of fibers, a lot of fabrics that people wear. Marijuana play a big part in it. So today, how much album you put out?
Right now, we have 3 albums out there. First one, Holding On, still available, still up there. The second one is
Is on
Vision.
vinyl? Sorry for cutting. Is on vinyl or?
No, the first song was on vinyl.
Okay.
That is
So
from
there's
the harp.
one song off of the album on vinyl.
No, this one wasn't on the album.
Okay.
From the harp, it was on the IOS label, on the Baba album with him. And play almost every disco in Europe. And when we go Europe, we hear every disco we go hear it.
Yeah.
You know, this from the harp. John Mervyn, I was sang and sing with him too.
Okay.
Yeah, from the same producer too, you know. So we then play Mervyn, them all this, play this
They
one.
more or less play that one. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Your one and then.
And then Mervyn,
Yeah.
right, you know. And yeah, excuse me. So the second album was Vision of a Better World. And the third album
Yeah,
is
I've heard that.
Jack Mission. This is the last one. This one they was playing a while ago with this producer from Germany.
Okay.
That's Carter. But he's married to a woman in Portland for me. So they have the studio there.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Is that how the rough cut 1, 2, and
The
3
rough
come
cut,
about?
right, rough cut,
Yeah.
rough cut. Yeah. And we gave 18 songs the other day on this album.
Right. I was watching something where it was saying in regards to you doing some producing in Portland and working with young talent. You know, like to hone them skills and carry them through. It's something I can't remember the
There's an article.
There's an
Yeah, the Observer.
article. That's what it was. As a true, I've been
Yeah,
watching a
I
couple
just started one of
videos.
them.
Do you mean I watch a couple video per year as well? It's
Okay.
actually the article, you're right.
Okay.
It's an article, yeah. How is that going? And
Well, you know, this is the near future.
okay.
Me and Louis Culture start the label. Tell them the whole idea, you know.
Yeah.
It's going to give me a strength.
Yeah.
I'm telling them what I like to come for the youth, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But, you know, it takes money to do all these things,
Without
right?
a doubt.
You know. So, what if I try to put the money together?
Mm-hmm.
If we launch that project, you know, it's in the making.
Yeah.
And, you know, them say a man is just as good as his word.
And,
You know?
Yes, not
So, when we talk, we have to act afterward, you know? Action have to follow on. You know, guys, this word without deeds, it never work out.
and
You
in
know?
the near future
See?
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is the plan. To record some youths. Me, the record can listen, hear some talent. No, really and truly, man, my lad. Me hear some talent. Brilliant. I'm in a pain me after. You know, if you see them there, go to waste.
Yeah.
So me feel responsible is my responsibility, is my duty. You know, to do what I can for these youngsters. Because I remember me, you know, we did it for decades. And nobody no pain in the mind. And I have to jump out, you understand, and work for myself. So if I can contribute something to them to make it easier for them
No,
on their
definitely,
journey.
that makes sense.
You know?
And
I
it's
think,
good say you're working with young talent, because look, if that is something that you're going into for the future, we see in the article, because I couldn't remember where I saw it. I just know I read that or I watched it, one of the two. But we know me taking that information there. So it's like, I said, yeah, because we have something doing, which is called Send Artists a Road, which is for the younger, not to say younger, but for new talent,
Yes, of
and discover talent. No matter
Music
what
no
kind of
age,
age.
bound,
Yeah.
and
So
follow
it's just for
class
new
and
talent, but it's called
you know?
Send Artists a Road, and this
Yeah.
thing is based in UK,
Okay.
where it's a counterpart to this,
Okay.
where hand in hand, you have talent where you have discovered and deal with. We have a platform them things can get awesome.
That's why I see me
And for people to put reviews towards too. Because there's a review show, a part of the show, where they get to hear feedback on their song.
Right. And it's like, the Almighty are working.
Mm-hmm.
We bring I and I together, and it's the way we meet you under the circumstances in which we meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It show me it's a connection. You
Definitely,
know? Because show me
definitely.
it's a person with humility
Yeah,
and
definitely.
humbleness.
The
You know?
connection
And that
with
is
our
and
meet
that,
was-
and that draw me to the altar, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I remember you have to tell them, when we meet you, I was making a video. Zion train. And the guy who I planned with, who I arranged with to make the video, he did not turn up. I planned with him 1 o'clock. And I was at my home 5 minutes past 1. And the guy wasn't there. And it's not like he was there and left.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. And when I called him, he said to me, have a nice day. He was calling me and couldn't reach me because he could only reach me when I'm at home. If I'm not at home, no Wi-Fi
Yeah.
at the time.
At the time.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So him just said, leave a voice note, said, well, have a good day. And I was telling somebody about it, and you was overhearing the conversation. And you, after you said to me, don't worry, you can come and do it for me. And you come and do it for me for free.
Yeah.
You understand? You understand?
Yeah, because
So, and guess what? The settings, you remember?
Mhm.
I told her I wanted to have the video, from across
From across
the
water
ocean
and coming.
and zoom in.
Yeah.
He couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because he just had a little camera.
Yeah.
But you have a drone. You see what I said? So
Yeah.
everything just work out. It connect.
No, for real, because if
You
you
know
didn't
what I
get him, you couldn't get what you didn't
You
really
know
want.
what? You know what I mean?
So everything happened for its own reason and its
Right.
own purpose. So it looked like a disappointment, but the disappointment was for something.
Somebody always say, with disappointment is we are good.
Mhm,
And we watch all this,
definitely. Yeah, and
you know?
every dark cloud then says, oh, silver. and-
Right, so just keep it positive.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean, you know,
That's
the
true.
idea, you know.
No, that's true.
Yeah, so.
Just another way of saying keep positive, yeah. For real. Because even coming and doing that, I had a good time. And I'm full job in there. And we end up shoot another video. Within the same day.
With the same
You
people.
see what I mean? With the
crew.
same people.
You know what I mean?
So
everything just works.
Everything
like we
just
said, from
worked
earlier
out.
one and I watch the other.
Definitely.
That's the thing I connect. And that's how it should be.
You know
what I mean?
Definitely.
Why people are really smoky, you know.
Well, they have to know, say, you have weed is legalized in Jamaica.
Right, we are free
And
right now.
You have weed cafes here, like Kaya House, to produce good strains of weed. Can go check it out. But yeah, it's nice if you have a reasoning and catch up and make ones and ones. Some people, like I said, we keep on go back to the same thing, but the truth. Some people lost in them. General, see grabber there, You say you want grabber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so some people, they need insight. And it's like a lot of the time people don't tell you things. You would like hear things, but the ones you are around,
Say them not
they're
say it.
not
Them
say
not
it
say
because
it.
you move too quick. So three I move too quickly, I make it look like they're not doing anything. So because of that, they're not giving you the information to go even further. So it's good to have these platforms. I remember when I was going through a lot of things in music myself, I would have liked to have had certain people that I could go to and say, so how you do this? So how you do that? Because, a lot of people look at me and to my fathers and my mother and certain things. They expect, say, everything. You know everything. No, because he was the kind of person that he had that kind of vibe to a degree. He expect you to know a thing sometimes.
See?
When you don't know it. So sometimes I feel away for even asking because I expect me to know.
But that's good training for the brain. Your brain not too lazy if them tell you everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So me I forgot go see things sometimes. Sometimes I vex with me and I wonder, what going on so? It vex me so. And I have to go back into my meds. I remember saying, ask me something.
See?
And I couldn't answer. No, me not go look into it.
You see?
To come back and say, yo, say I hear it, So it's that. It's like, but this is the problem what the youngers have now, because before I was saying this and when I was speaking to somebody else one day. Back then, if you want to learn about rock music, it wasn't naturally played in the home, or it wasn't something your daddy had listened. Well, not everybody. Some people daddy they listening, but in my home, and it's something with me that I hear. So if I wanted to hear rock, I would have to go and source rock. After me a little piece on the radio, I'm saying, no about that music there. You have to find out if you know any friend who know about it. I have one record can play make me hear, and go look into things so it's like now where they have the internet, they don't really go look into nothing because they know as they're ready, then can go press their finger and go look for something, but they don't know if it's genuine information or what they are fact. They're just running with it because it's there.
But then again, they can verify it too. But they have the patience.
And that's the thing, they know the research. You see what I mean? The research is a thing where I don't see no artist wrong. To watch another artist development or another few artist development and to have your own experiences on stage and see where you do good or where you go wrong and to learn from, you know what I mean? You can't know everything.
Well, that's the way, You have to learn from others who were there before you.
Yeah.
You understand, and show the respect to them. You understand, and to the youngsters too.
You see the word there? That respect there? That is what is missing. Because some, not all, some elders don't give the youth them the respect when them did forget.
Right.
Before them find a way if they can do things.
See?
And then now, some youths don't have respect for the elders that they should neither.
That's why you have to be real.
You see what I mean?
You have to keep it real. You see the egoistic trip, where like them depend. It's not working.
It not go work. It not go work out.
Because, it have a feedback,
They reach one day, then it don't have it. It can't work out. That's been tried and tested many decades before them. Over and over, and it still goes to the same place. It has a shelf life.
So
a ceiling. How many artists, how many artists disrespect people? Because they got their foot through the door and could actually start buy a clocks and do two things and only to have to change along their career till you see a whole new artist. But don't get me wrong, the new artists where you see you love because they find themselves now. You know what I mean? But in the beginning, they take some, let me say, risk. Them do some things where they never have to do.
You see,
to find themselves.
Fame is a hell of a thing, You have to know for these days, Because, I meet so many artists who lose it. Humbleness, humility gone, arrogancy, and then most gone, we have to
Yeah.
You understand?
Remember where they come from.
I come from the corner and then more. Well, you understand, artists are somebody, artists are a person you pay for see.
You're not supposed to commentize yourself. No.
But I mean, to give back something.
Yeah.
That's what I talk about, give back something.
Yeah.
You understand? And you have to come down to, sometimes, down to earth.
That's the only way you
the
can
same
go.
people, them who they're around there with it. You need that, that
Without
grounded,
that, without that, you can't stay up there.
You understand? But some man...
I don't know where the ear come from. So without you get the helium, you have to go up. You can't get a balloon now.
I want to go up to somewhere, you have flat down back to man. We have to see folks, they have to sit around here too.
So it's that. So,
you know what I mean?
True. It's true, very true. Like I done an interview with a sound system, and that's one, just after the interview I sat down and think to myself, say, that's one thing when enough of these youths is really missing, is a real sound system. Not this MP3 wheel up thing.
What about sound, man?
Real
play part
sound
one or play
system.
part two.
Because I heard Ricky Trooper say something the other day, which he's not right, but he has a point. Where he's saying that him can't use a Joshua or whatever it is until a sound and so forth or whatever. He's wrong in that sense, you understand? Because he can't talk to every sound and every crowd and every place. But where he is right is, I wouldn't use Joshua as an example, but I would use his generation. As in, them not know the foundation rhythm part of the dance. You see what I say? If you use the same trappy type tune with them have and chop it on the foundation rhythm and mash up the dancer right now. I mean construct it now in studio.
No,
I mean
man.
Yam the food. No.
You
see what I'm saying?
Original and dancehall. You plan nothing with the selector. Yeah?
Alright.
Him do what he want, him put on anything and then him play the flip side. You have to handle it. The people stand up there, you have to deal with it. And for me, it's the hardest training this.
Definitely.
As artist.
Definitely.
Yes, I.
In the 9 months when I come back down and there, we give 11 youth some rhythm.
You see?
No, we give more than that, but what I have to say is 11 youth come back to me and say, more rhythm. Can't give me one next one.
I can't handle it.
Obviously can't handle it. That means that them not sit down at them house and just try to do them tune over what they hear upon radio. To just learn how to bounce, learn how when you drop off, how to catch it back. And them they're not doing that. Because if there was, when you get a rhythm from a producer more time, how I know it, 90% of the time, and not even that rhythm that you did want make you link the producer. You hear something make you run in for a producer, but then by the time you reach that done outer road and I do things where the producer give something where him have on the machine, him not even give the hot thing. He give something where him have. I say, hold this. You see how you work. And see where you construct and come back with. You construct something good and forward and present it to him in the right way and at the right thing. No, you can't forget on the rhythm them what is
Of your choice.
Alright. Because he say, me give him a thing and when come back with
put out that effort.
He put out that effort and when come back with alright, he can do it, they could tweak. But
see?
me like when you see me I say a lot of people me give that rhythm I couldn't even manage it, me like when do. So with that, them take themselves through the road there.
I'm not having patience there.
Them pick choose and refuse and now me not like that.
Them want everything I know.
That's not my thing. Them want sound, them want the rhythm where Chronic Law have or them want the rhythm where Javelin did have or whatever. It have to sound that way there. If it not sound so, no, that me write the lyrics to. If it not sound so, it can't work. And it's just a training method what a lot of them need because them good. Musically, you ask them for freestyle right now, them give 10 songs, 15 songs, and the lyrics them bad, don't get me wrong. You understand? Bad!
Yeah.
And when me might not can freestyle the 15, same like how them give 15 songs.
But with a rhythm now, it's a different thing.
But give them the rhythm, where it's a rhythm where the tempo is. I don't know, tempo. Wait. I want one, so this one a little slow and this one I wait. I want a sound.
As DJ, I can't tell you, back in the days, I'm dancer, DJ. You want to tackle anything them give.
Anything.
You say,
You want proof to them,
You
say.
prove to them. Bring it on.
So you can do anything. That's why Beanie Man so big.
Understand? Alright.
Because Beanie Man go for anything.
Beanie Man come from the
and go
dancehall
with
era, you know.
anything.
He might come from the dancehall
Yeah.
era, you know. Remember that, you know.
He's had a lot of training though.
Beanie Man, me work with Beanie Man and Taros International.
Yeah,
You know, Beanie Man, I hope you listen
Beanie
this
Man.
and hear this. This is King Iowa talking from Port Antonio. Taros International, when he was a little boy, you know. Yes, I work with you and Taros. Pompidou, Toloti, John Wayne, Supercat, Nicodemus, Brigadier Jerry, Josie Wales, Tiger, Early B, because Early B already.
No.
But Supercat though.
You call it Super Cat.
Okay. And Nicodemus,
Yeah, man,
Rankin Joe. The name, hey man, the original, foundation.
The originals them.
Yes man, I was
Yeah.
there man. You understand?
The originals
So as
them.
I mentioned, Beanie Man is an original foundation.
Yeah, man, Beanie Man,
You know?
original DJ.
We know that Beanie
Alright,
Man come from,
alright.
from
Me-
the dance.
me personally, yeah.
Down there, so you visit the kid.
To where
and,
me
you
come
understand?
from, and the road where me grew up on, most people who know me and know me in a music, no, they don't know me for as an artist. They know me as a distributor.
You see?
I mean, I distribute music from year 9.
Oh.
Cause my uncle a Josh, Shine Eye Girl, Miss Wyoming, used to be Jazz the Ruler. That time my mother, brother, that time my granny picked me.
See?
Where when she come out England and me there in England, when she used to carry me go all the record shop, Black and Dread and all of them. You see me I say? Super Tone, Tower Records, Reds Records, all the records to them, Peckins, them, the whole of them. So we used to distribute music. So we used to distribute music for High Times.
See?
The China Smith them.
Okay.
So now we have me all of them and White Mice and all of them tune them here push out.
See?
You see me I say?
See?
Sata Masakana and them things
Wow.
that them thing them here
Wow.
push.
What you mean?
So
At the foundation, then they are attentive.
yeah man, when
You
it
see?
reach to like when Budge are doing thing and rare, me bring Gargamel magazine to England
You see? Look
for
at
the
that.
first time. You
See?
see what I mean? And Budge give it to me. But you like what I say, it's just on the same ethics and ways as I say.
See?
I'm on the same track.
See? See?
You see what I mean?
See? Yeah. So we know that. It's a pleasure to meet you talking to the eye.
Yeah,
And the
man.
soul, and like all the settings, you know.
Seriously, because it's, as me say, it's ones like yourself when we need to speak to part here, because the youth them need to hear things. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that them not hear. Cause me not name drop, but Pinchers, the whole of them want to talk to, because me know Pinchers are certain people's story. You see what I mean? And them story they, that the people need to hear, because even right now as well reason. So you can only one fraction of the story we got now. You see what I mean? We're not going now when in a sun van back and all kind of stuff.
Oh my
We don't
God,
go in
man.
a, you understand what I say?
Hey, me have some brothers right now, I like to like your history, you know.
We just give them a little
You know,
fraction, so they get an
And
overstanding.
as I touch that
You
part,
see what I mean?
as I touch that part, me have to expound on it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, we used to drive on the Leland truck back with the double 18, them 12
Yeah.
double 18 pack up in that.
And help put it on
And
too.
they'll put it on too. And I'll
And
take it off too.
And
You see
when
me?
dance done the same
All
thing.
right, sir. And there was a dance, you know, one night, you know, in Boston, you know. Taros played there, you know. And you rain the night, and it was raining like hell. Crazy. And you know, we decided that we are walk. We're not driving in the truck tonight. We are walk. And like 6 of it, it's a history, you know, real thing in that, you know.
Yeah.
And we walk from Boston to Port Antonio. It's when we reach Port Antonio, every man shoes bottom drop off. Every man shoes bottom drop off, you know. That's where I come from, you know. You understand?
So
Things that we-
serious walking out.
Eh?
If you don't know anything about over Portland, you know, say from Boston, you know, where the jerk place, where them talk about, yeah?
No, sir.
From way back at, yo.
Yeah, man, I really think, man, walk from Boston to Port Antonio, man, the rain, man. You see me? And it's funny, I know just one man shoes drop off, you know. We shoes bottom, them just drop off. I don't know, coincident that one. But every man choose back on Jabba. But we say, wow.
Give me some tired presentation.
Wow. Trust me, music sweet, you know, and you know, can remember days when me used to ride in a truck back and carry the sound, and cause me used to be resident Java. Me used to be a resident artist, I should say, on Java sound in England, Java Nuclear. And it's like Cowboy, Commandante, President Sass, Joe 90, General Levy, Cinderella, you know, they one that be people live on its own. And me used to be them secret weapon. Cause back then they used to call me juvenile child. Youth of the future. So it's like me bring all of the youth and all of the youth and govern on my thing. You see me I say? Cause true them call me juvenile and the same thing ruler can ruler a young individual, you see me? Alright. The young ruler are the younger presence of the bigger ruler, which is juvenile, which is go back in the same thing juvenile when they call me, which are juvenile, but you have to cut it because I'm not juvenile.
Well, them people what them call you, you know, because you would tend to be what them call you.
And
the ruler is a ruler.
that, so therefore me have to chop off the young and put just ruler. Because therefore me always be the younger counterparts where me now go grow. You see me I say?
More you grow up now.
And that, so with Java now, them used to carry me around from place to place, me used to go from, you know, all over the place. As them secret weapon. One night, we there one dance, one place named Bridge Park Complex. My family them run the club still. But I never that make we did it. Through a sound, not even through a sound there. We did it as artists. That night, if you tell you the truth. Java people them did it, but we never even have played that with it. A stereo one and Jammy's night.
See?
Yeah man, I will go against Cisco Benchy them man. And stay a song. And hold the fort. You see me? That one night we remember. Cause that the only time I ever DJ song with Cisco Benchy.
See?
You see what I mean? And Cisco Benchy them they on Jammy's.
See?
And Liquor Twitch and all of them. And Stitchy them and Pupa Sand them. And Pupa Sand them. Pupa Sand them for stereo one.
Is it?
The Stitchy and them. I think Daddy Blue and some other people there. And we got voice on stereo one. And we tell Jammy's one. You might know. And Jammy's are going like you know later. You see me?
See?
Because you know them time there.
Yeah,
as an artist,
if you're not too
when you go a certain dance,
If
you want a microphone, you see me I say, but if you're not too, you see me I say, but you want the microphone to say like, so you know certain artists in the place, you say, let me beat you if you never get a touch off of this. So, we got Jammies and Jammies no one give you, we don't go over stereo one side. So the stereo one give you mic man. I trouble for risk of them in the night there. Trust me.
Good now.
What? Trouble for risk of them in the night, them have to rate we and give over ratings.
See?
Yeah man, like music thing, I love the music.
Yeah man, the music powerful, you know?
Music is very powerful.
But you know, I go and get article history, and I have to tell you this, and make the people hear it too.
Mm-hmm.
Was talking about the fight Rastafari get in Jamaica in the 60s, right?
Yeah.
It continued, you know, over the years, until even the 80s. I can remember, because at the time, man, 3 of my Rasta virgin was going to Carter Park in Port and to watch a match, Titchfield High School, with Dean Till, you know Titchfield, we have to go.
Yeah, man.
Titchfield, our school, we have to go.
Yeah.
So, some policeman, you know, the road, we walk on the street, and the street was full with people. And the policeman single way out, call me, hey Rasta, young, come over. We go over them, say, take off your hat. We take off your hat, and them see the little locks, and them say, where you going? We say, we're going to the park to watch a match. Policeman said, what? Go home. When you look like this, then people, you can go to the park. And guess what? I tell myself that day, say, look, I'm going to die on the park today as an innocent man, you know, because I can't never watch this match today. And means necessarily going to the park. And there was a whole tractor on the park, you know. So me sit down at the tractor and went high. One of the police come to make control if we really come on the park. And then pass thousands of people and come to me as a Rasta. You know, you say they shouldn't come on the park today. Some ignoring me. And the policeman take a gun, and have 2 guns. One of them is a short gun, and them have a M16.
The long M16,
Yes.
yeah.
And he use the nozzle and tap me from the tool. He said, thing hurt me so much, you know. And I don't know, I never planned this, really. But, you know, the bad word, so-called bad word, bumbucklad, you know, kind of say, the bumbucklad police. You know, so he's a coward. Because you pass gunmen along the way and you never stop them. You know I don't have gun. That is why you're taking set on me. You're bad at me, because me not carry gun to shoot anybody. And I'm at distance, just now if I go to jail and no cage and so why are you bothering me? And the police look at me and say, why you have so much argument today? And then would have zip up and just stop that right there, so. And done the story. And the police left me at the park. Listen, these same police officer, them come to Taros dance. And when me with the mic and chant, them gun salute me get from the one of them. You hear me? The same police them who used to terrorize me.
Yourself.
When them hear me on the microphone now, you know, them a gun salute. Because those days back then they used to fire gun. You know,
I realize a lion never deal with.
Understand? You see me?
And a sheep this.
So
a lion
that is
this.
the power of the music. You know? Yeah, man. So
tell the people them where they can find you.
well, on Facebook, I'm Deward McLeary. DEWARD MCLEARY. And on Twitter is King I Noah. And you can find my music on all social media platforms. Amazon, iTunes, doing a download, CD baby, and all of that. And they can check out my new single, Zion Train, featuring Louis Culture. Yeah, it's a great song. It's an important song. You should have a listen. And in this perilous time, I just want to wish all of them well. You know, we passed through 2 years of agony, turmoil. So we should be thankful to still be alive. You know? And my message to you is up there is love, you know. Yes, that 4-letter word. Love. Rastafari. Selassie. Live, reign and rule. Haile Haile.
Yes, my people. As you can see, it was a very good interview. You get to hear some informative things, some things that you might not hear upon a regular journey. So, that is another episode. I've been there, done that, you see it. But with this particular person in question, I'll put this down to part 1. Along the way, we can delve into some other parts of the story and journey, some things where you can learn and pitfalls what you might not want to drop in and or know if to dodge them and things like that. But for now,
can I interject, please, sir, with all due respect? Please. I have to inform you. I'm here today in Young Ruler Studio, in Ruler Studio, to make a song titled Work. And I already made one last month titled Rastafari is the way. And Rulers Rhythm and Rulers Label. Look out for them. Enough love, my people.
bless
Thanks
upon
for
yourself, people.
Rastafari.
Been there, done that. The place where you hear the truth, proper things from the proper people.
Haile Haile. So that's the eye.
Yes, I am.
I'll get my water there from the piano too.
You move that.
Huh?
Well, now move that.
Oh.